Okay, so here we are on the Siteprofiler by Mangools. Click the link in the description if you want to access your free trial. And you want to use this tool here, guys, to once again understand different metrics. We already spoke about in the last lesson the metric of the referral domains, right? Top referring domains. But what are the other metrics? What do they mean? How can we use them and how can we understand them? Let's talk about it. Of course, we have our domain authority, our page authority, our citation flow, and our trust flow. What does this all mean? Let's start off with the trust flow. The trust flow just simply means that there are websites that rank back to you. Your website has its own trust score. And one of the things that helps control a trust score for a website is who's actually referring back to the website. The website that it's getting its backlinks from, are they shady websites? Are they websites that are kind of underground or maybe been marked as spam before? Or are they websites that are a little bit more well-known? They're getting some more attention. Are they EDU websites? What are they exactly? The trust score involves those kind of metrics, mashes them up, and provides a trust flow. Now, we also have something called the citation flow. Don't get confused about flow, the word flow, on either one of these. It just simply means score, in my opinion. And when we say flow, really what we mean is the flow of traffic, the flow of the links. Where are they moving from? So if we have website A and we're looking at website B's metrics, and we have a score for website B, we have a flow of traffic from A to B if A is backlinking to B. Does that make sense? So citation flow is just how well is this website being cited on other articles, on other websites, on other content pages. And what happens is if we look at this, we have a high citation flow here of 43, which is not really high compared to other sites, but high compared to the trust flow. What does this mean? That means this website might have significant citations in comparison to the trust that it was given. Now, sometimes it could be because they have a lot of links that are no-follow links. It could also mean that maybe the links that it's getting back are from newer, undeveloped sites. It can mean a few things, but this is not bad metrics. Once again, it's all perspective and it's all subjective. And the reason why I say it's subjective is because a website that's brand new, whose owner doesn't even have $50 to purchase a backlink for, is not a website that's in a bad position. It's just simply subjective to its situation. But if, let's say we're talking about a website like Squat Wolf that makes millions of dollars a year and is trying to rank and uses backlinks from a site that has a trust score of a 5, then maybe that's not the best option for it. So once again, you have to play in your ballpark and you have to look at SEO as a step-by-step process, almost like climbing the ladder. You can't really jump up too quick or else you're probably going to go down. And that's just really the way it is. But anyways, page authority. So in the world of SEO, you have something called page authority and domain authority. Domain authority comes from the overall value of the domain. How authoritative is it? How valuable is it? Okay? And then you have the page authority or the authority of a particular page. Let's just say we have a website that's relatively new, but one page out of the whole entire website, and let's say the website has 400 pages, is ranking high on Google. Well, then on that one page, we would have high page authority, but on the rest of the site, we would have low domain authority. This is one of the things I've said before in some of my other free courses, free videos on YouTube, is when you have a website and that website is let's just say it's lacking. It's lacking. There's not going to be one thing you could do to that website that will save it overnight. It just can't happen. It needs gradual building. However, if you have a website that's been on the mark all the time, posting the content, creating the good work, linking properly, having the right URL handles, the slugs, doing everything you possibly could from an SEO standpoint, right? And it just messes up once. Maybe you hire a writer. Maybe you use the AI and you mess up and you just write a bad article. That one article is not going to kill it. It's not going to hurt the domain authority of the site because the site has a phenomenal foundation, and that one article might be a bad article, but overall the site is doing well. Okay? One article will never take a website down, but one article will never also bring a website up. That's very important to understand. And a balanced website is a website where the page authority and domain authority are somewhat similar. Okay, so this is a somewhat similar site. In fact, it's extremely similar. from page to domain, so it's relatively stable, which means that there's gradual growth on all or most of the pages of the site, as opposed to just one or two. Now, if your site happens to have tremendous growth on just one or two pages and the rest are lacking, it just simply means that you hit a gold mine on those one or two pages. It doesn't necessarily mean that your website's bad or you're missing something or there's something bad. It just means that, hey, you've done something extremely right on this page, and you can mix up a bunch of different ranking factors from picking the right keywords to all that kind of stuff, and that kind of works out perfectly, and you have that benefit. But when you look at these metrics, these are the things you have to understand when you actually stare at them and understand what they mean. Because if you can't understand them, then they mean nothing to you. Remember, it's not about the tool, it's about the person behind the tool that's utilizing the tool. Let's take a look at the website popularity rank. So the website popularity rank increased in website dramatically, and then it kind of died a little bit, almost immediately, and then it kind of started to grow. Foolishly, a lot of people will think because it's a Google update. Oh, Google updated their algorithm, so the website fell. That's not true. And in fact, I want to actually state something here on the record, is that there are so many videos, every few months you'll hear people say, Google made a new core update. Guys, Google's algorithm updates on a minute-by-minute basis. You never hold the same position all the time for a developing site. We're not talking about websites like bodybuilding.com or Nike.com or Costco.com. We're talking about small developed sites. Their ranking is moving up and down, up and down, up and down all day long. And you can actually use the Google Search Console to validate that. The reality is your websites are being updated via the algorithm all the time. So a core update doesn't affect a website like this, okay? Core update content on YouTube is complete nonsense. Google values good content only. They only value good content. You have good content, you have fulfill the other ranking factors, they're all intertwined. If I have good content, it's only a matter of time till I start ranking. No Google ranking algorithm is going to tank my website, and then I'll start growing again. What happens here is two things. The first thing is that it could be the website popularity rank is measured by domain backlink quality, which means that the website could have had a few good backlinks and it was growing in time because of those backlinks in reference to domain authority, and then those websites rejected the backlinks, took the backlinks off, and then the website died in popularity. It also could mean a die in traffic, but the reason why the traffic would die is because there could be something internally on the website has changed, maybe a certain URL or a certain page or whatever that had to be taken down. We also look here at the referring IPs and the Facebook shares. Facebook shares, of course, are when people share posts on Facebook that are link-based posts. And then once again, we have the number of IP addresses referring to that website. Now, if we read what it says here about website popularity, it says a global ranking that compares to the popularity of the 1 million visitors, 1 million most visited websites on the internet. The smaller the number, the better. Now, once again, the website was increasing in popularity, and then it shot down in one shot. Why is that? Once again, there are a number of factors. It's not a Google core update. That is the most nonsensical argument. A lot of people say, or they make cash clickbait videos where they'll say, the new core update is killing my website. Beware, new Google core update. And then people who are trying to get into SEO or blogging see a website like that, see a video like that and it discourages them. It's nothing more than just, cashing in on some news. That's all it is. Google is literally updating by the second, by the minute. Their algorithms are constantly being fine-tuned by themselves. Okay, that's what an algorithm is. It's a mathematical formula. But anyways, here we have the backlink profile. Interesting. Notice what I just said, by the way, is that I said it could lose backlinks of domain authority. And there was this drop. And immediately, what do we see here? We see a huge loss in backlinks here. So these backlinks were purchased, right? They were active at the time. And then they were lost, this same chart, inverted, lost over here. What does this mean? That means around December, a bunch of backlinks were probably purchased. And then a few months later, right, in March, the backlinks died, dropped off. You know, the company who promised the backlinks whenever they purchased died off, and that's exactly what happened here. That's all that happened here. And this is just a perfect exemplification of this, okay? Here we look at the total backlinks. So notice how they went up almost immediately with time, right? Almost increased by 100 total, held for a short period of time until February, and then boom, in March, they all died off. So that purchase here of 100 backlinks, close to 100, maybe like 90, died off here. And it's almost the same amount that was purchased. So once again, it's good to find long-term resources for backlinks. A lot of times when you purchase backlinks that are trash, you'll purchase a backlink or 100 backlinks or whatever, and you think, oh, it's SEO because that guy from India is selling you these backlinks and he's promising you that your website is going to do better, and all it does is take a number of months. After he sells you the backlinks and after the time for the refund is over, guess what? He'll cut your website down and place somebody else in there. So once again, this is why the things we preach on rocketwebbuilder.com, where we teach you how to build a site step by step by step and do it right, that's the way to go for the long term. Not this nonsense of buying garbage and trying to make your website work, trying to get something out of nothing. That doesn't work like that. I remember somebody said, oh no, he said, I'm gonna grow my website, bro. All I had to do was pay $5 for 1,000 backlinks. I said, let me guess, you bought it on Fiverr? He said, yeah. I said, terrible mistake. You just burned $5. You might as well just buy like ice cream with those $5 because it's not going to help you. It's a facade. It doesn't actually help. All right, let's move on. Link type distribution. We have do follow links and we have active links. What are the difference? Do follow links are you have a bunch of no follow and do follow. No follow mean I'm going to backlink this guy, but I'm not actually wanting to give him any of the ranking benefits of it. Social media are what we call do follow, no follow links. Like for example, if I create a link on Facebook, okay, it is what's referred to as a no follow. I don't get a benefit from the algorithm that Facebook is linking back to me because I posted something on social media. Okay, that's a no follow link. If that was the case, everybody would have a bunch of backlinks that are actually beneficial. However, I'll state this. However, a no-follow link is considered a social signal. I've said this in lessons before, but it's considered a social signal from an algorithmic perspective. Okay? So if you look at this site, 75%, close to 75% is no-follow, and do follow 25%. Basically what that means is majority of this site here, have an article, 75% of it is fluff. 75%. But once again, that doesn't mean it's a bad website for you. You would have to look at your own positioning. If you're a 0 out of 0 website and you know this website is going to hold your backlink forever, then it might be beneficial to sign up for them. It just depends on the situation. And here's the link distribution. So it's either image or text, frame, or redirect. In this case, 93% happened to be text, a little bit happened to be image. Great. Then here we have active links ratio. So how many of the links are live? How many are dead? 68% are deleted or dead, and 31% are live, which does correlate with what we see here. We see the die-off period here, and we also see the jump down in what we call website popularity. Now, this is not true website popularity. It's not like the website was getting more traffic here. What happens is the accumulation of the backlinks make the algorithms believe so. Now, there's a difference between the Google algorithm and there's a difference between the what's it called? The search engine tools algorithm, like these, like Mangools, SEMrush, Ahrefs, things like that. Okay? Referring domains, referring IPs, referring subnets. We talked about this in one of the last lessons, so I'm just going to skip this part because I don't want to keep this video on for too long. And we also talked about top referring domains. If you did not see this, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go ahead and see the other lessons. But anchor texts. Anchor texts just simply mean what are the texts that are backlinking to, like when somebody clicks that backlink, what is the text that they're seeing behind the scenes? So what link or what keyword or whatever they're clicking on, what is it? What is it? So what we have here is a naked anchor text, which just means it shows the domain the way it is, naked. Here we have a branded anchor text because it's showing the name brand, heavenarticle.com, right? Heaven Article. This is another branded link. If, for example, I said top 10 mushrooms, That is not branded. That is not naked. That is an other, which basically it's providing a keyword directory, a keyword anchor text, right? So different kinds of anchor text. It's best to have keyword anchor texts. That's the most optimal, okay? A lot of people think branded anchor texts are bad, or are good. They really develop over time anyway, because people are searching for the name brand, especially if your website has any kind of dominance whatsoever. If people are looking for your stuff, they're going to search branded type searches, okay? Top content, it doesn't even show here, okay? So the website clearly has a lot of fluff in it. And we could just tell here behind the actions of the user. And I could just tell behind this business, right? Behind this business, heavenarticle.com, they have probably gassed a whole lot of people up saying, hey, buy our links, get a guest post, get whatever, look at how our site's growing, look at this, look at that. And, a lot of the times in the SEO field, a lot of the stuff is embedded with lies and fake and fake backlinks. And this is what we call fake backlinks, like this die-off period real quick, like right here and right here. It's a big deal, and you can actually see some other purchases made down the line, okay? But this growth here could happen for a few reasons. It could be new content. It could be, and this is 12 months, so it could be new purchases, new content, a lot of extra stuff like that. So beware of a lot of the different sites that promise you backlinks, promise you success. A lot of the times it's best to form small partnerships with sites that have similar interests, and then you can trade traffic back and forth, because that's actually, you're tapping into both benefits from the backlinks. Remember, we said in the other lesson what those benefits are. I'm not going to repeat them here. If you want to watch them, you got to check out those other lessons. But this is essentially everything you need to know about the site profiler within Mangools. All right, and I'll leave a link in the description if you need a free trial to the software, test it out, learn about your website, learn about the different IPs, the page authority, etc. All right, I'll see you soon.